tell you, it's quite a day to be a stenographer. These are actual phrases that were used in court today. Human toilet, orange turd, and make America horny again.
Trump is in a lot of trouble right now. His true face is finally revealed, his criminal tendencies exposed, and he's denying everything just to get back into power. And who's better to comment on the Trump versus Stormy Daniels ongoing court trial than Trump's favorite person in the world? Jimmy Kimmel.
Trump is now had his eyes closed for several minutes with his chin jutting out. He fell asleep while Stormy Daniels testified about sleeping with him.
Here's how Jimmy Kimmel absolutely demolished Trump's behavior at his ongoing trial. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Worst Case Donald. So, Trump had a day off from his trial, which, let's be honest, has been more entertaining than a circus. Stormy Daniels spilled the beans on their affair, leaving Trump's legal team squirming in their chairs.
It was a day off for the Trump trial today, which has been a lot of fun so far, I have to say. Don Corleone's Hush Money Honey, Stormy Daniels, took the stand yesterday and caused quite a commotion. Stormy yesterday went into a bit more detail about their sexual encounter than the president and his legal team were hoping she would.
Sadly, there were no cameras in court, so we had to rely on sketches. Not quite the masterpiece Trump hoped for. Apparently, Trump muttered something under his breath and the judge had to hush it up.
While Stormy was recounting the story about spanking Trump with the Forbes magazine, Judge Merchan pulled one of his lawyers aside to issue a warning after Trump appeared to mutter bull S-word under his breath. Judge said he chose to speak to the lawyer privately so as not to embarrass Trump, who's on trial for chub humping a porn star while his wife was home with their infant son.
Yeah, like that's gonna save his dignity when he's on trial for having an affair with a porn star while his wife was changing diapers. Meanwhile, in Indiana, they held a primary election, and surprise, surprise, Trump won the Republican side. I mean, he's the only one running. But hold up, Nikki Haley actually got a bunch of votes. But didn't she kind of drop out ages ago? That says a lot. They may as well be voting for the invisible man.
And while all this was happening, they were holding a primary election in Indiana. Obviously, Trump won on the Republican side because he's the only Republican running. But once again, a lot of votes were cast for Nikki Haley, who dropped out 2 months ago. Nikki Haley disappeared at the beginning of the March, and she still took home more than 20% of the vote, which means either a large chunk of Indiana voters are not planning to vote for Trump, or Mike Pence voted 128,000 times.
Either Indiana voters aren't feeling the Trump love, or Mike Pence needs a new hobby because he's voting like a robot. And what exactly did Trump do on his day off?
His day off is one day off from the trial today to focus on his pyramid scheme. He hosted a VIP dinner at Mar-a-Lago for the stupor fans who bought his NFTs. To get an invite, you had to buy all 47 of Trump's NFTs at $99 a pop. I tell you, I would hate to be his assistant this morning. Sir, a reminder, tonight you have to eat with the freaks who paid $4,700 for pictures of you wearing Superman tights and a cape, okay?
Kimmel went on to say,
some of these lemonheads paid 10 grand for the honor of having the former president fart on them in person, but
you wouldn't believe how aesthetic Trump's NFTs are.
Just look at all the time and talent that went into this drawing of the leprechaun man with his pot of other people's gold. You've got, here's Butch Casserole pretending to be a cowboy. This one commemorates the moment Don told Don Jr. that Santa isn't real. And not only did the suckers, customers, get digital trading cards, those who spent the most got a piece of the suit he was wearing when he was arrested. And as you can see, the value, priceless. That's...
And then there's Melania, bless her sweet little heart, trying to cash in on Mother's Day with her love and gratitude necklace. Really? Come on. It's like she's saying, hey, I survived being married to Trump. Give me some credit.
And then we have Melania doing her the best to cash in with signature Mother's Day jewelry. This is Melania's love and gratitude necklace. You can see it's in the form of a 3-leaf clover because when you are Donald Trump's wife, you don't believe in luck anymore.
And those necklaces, let's just say that they're not winning any fashion awards. They look like something you'd find in a bargain bin at a gas station.
Featured the former First Lady's signature, which is alarmingly similar to her husband's. They both look like the printout of an EKG of someone having a heart attack.
But it doesn't stop there. She's also got a collection of jewelry that screams, "I'm not Eric's mom." I mean, talk about awkward family dynamics, right?
This Mother's Day, celebrate Mom with First America Lady and message she wants world to know. The Melania Trump, Eric is not my son jewelry collection.
And then there's poor little Eric, who probably feels like the forgotten child in all of this. But hey, at least he gets a clump of his dad's hair with every purchase. I mean, talk about a steal. Now all he has to do is buy them all out and then craft a little hair doll of his dad, and he'll finally get that hug he's always wanted.
Insiders say Melania's dream is to design a necklace so big she can use it to choke her husband like Princess Leia and Jabba the Hutt.
And let's not forget about RFK Jr. with his brain worm saga.
RFK claims a worm ate his brain. Or part of his brain.
I can tell you, as a neurosurgeon, it's a rare condition, but it's typically something that is caused by eating undercooked pork.
I mean, eating undercooked pork? Seriously? It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. But hey, I mean, he's a Kennedy, so I guess anything's possible, right?
For a guy who seems to believe doctors are con artists trying to scam you into getting a vaccine, he sure did get to one fast when a worm started eating his brain.
As for Governor Kristi Noem, well, let's just say that her book about shooting her own hunting dog isn't exactly flying off the shelves.
Governor Kristi Noem continues to flounder helplessly. She shared a story in her book about shooting Cricket, her 14-month-old hunting dog, on purpose, and also shooting 3 horses and a pet goat. Needless to say, this anecdote hasn't gone over so well with anyone.
Maybe she should stick to politics and leave the actual writing to somebody else.
My hands were still shaking as I pulled into the parking lot. I could almost taste puppy blood.
Kimmel didn't hold back on Trump. I mean, he went straight for the freaking jugular, poking fun at Trump's courtroom antics during Stormy Daniels' testimony. I mean, I don't know about you, but I could just picture Trump dozing off while Stormy spilled the beans about their alleged affair. It's like a bad sitcom, except this one was real life. And then there's Trump's legal team trying to paint Stormy as a gold digger and a liar. Now, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.
Team Trump spent much of the day trying to paint Daniels as a sleazy, money-grubbing liar, which, if that is true, you can see why they hit it off.
And Kimmel didn't let him off easy either, joking about how they must have hit it off if they're both sleazy liars. But the real kicker? The words that came up during Stormy's cross-examination. Human toilet, orange turd, and make America horny again. I mean, talk about courtroom drama. And now those words are immortalized in the official court record too. Talk about a legacy. And let's not forget about Ted Cruz's attempt to defend Trump on Fox News.
There is no person on planet Earth that believes Donald Trump has been celibate all his life. That is not news.
Thanks, Ted. That's going to make Mother's Day with Melania a lot of fun this year.
Overall, Kimmel really nailed it with his roasting of Trump and his cronies. It's like watching a comedy show, but with real-life consequences. And let's not forget, Kimmel's been going head-to-head with Trump for a while now. Remember when he joked about Trump facing jail time at the Oscars? Classic Kimmel. And then there's this famous interview with Stormy Daniels back in 2018. He even offered to testify in her trial. Now that's commitment.
The election's now 179 days away, and President Biden told CNN he does not believe Trump will accept the results of that election. Which, where would he get an idea like that? That's not...
It's like Kimmel's been on a mission to take down Trump one joke at a time, and with his razor-sharp wit, he's definitely making waves. Can't wait to see what he comes up with next. Also, Stormy Daniels really didn't hold back during her testimony. 7 hours of spilling all the details about what allegedly went down between her and Trump in that Lake Tahoe hotel room back in 2006. And she did not shy away from the nitty-gritty. She even talked about Trump not wearing a condom. No wonder the defense called for a mistrial. Those details were probably way too much for them to handle. But Judge Merchan wasn't hearing it. He shut down those requests for a mistrial, although he did admit that some things were better left unsaid. I can only imagine the tension in that courtroom. And now Trump's facing some serious charges. 34 counts of falsifying business records to cover up that $130,000 hush money payment to Stormy. It's like something out of a movie. But the real kicker, Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer, is set to take the stand soon. talk about a blockbuster moment. Now, who knows what secrets he'll spill about Trump's shady dealing? It's like the drama just keeps on coming.